Yeah, Dave, so a 1-1 draw against Lancaster, hard fought, and you had to come from behind again.
Yeah, well earned. We're not starting games too well at the moment. They threw us a little bit with what they did at the top end of the pitch, and that caused the goal. I'll take responsibility for that because we give the lads sort of their formation, and it was slightly wrong. We got to grips with it pretty quickly. We look like a solid team, and just an evaluation of the first 6 games, I've just said there, everyone's doing the jobs off the ball, and we're going to look solid. Just need a little bit more at the top end from the players who are on the pitch and players who could be possibly coming in the due course. But I'm just looking at players like Pratty, they're just dead on the feet at the end of the game. The work they put in, but I just need a little bit more going forwards. Players like Paddy, again, can't fault the work they're putting in, but these are our star players. And if you'd have said we're only conceded 6 goals in 6 games, you'd take that, but we've only scored 5 in the league as well. And I'd like to think we're on the front foot. We just need to create a little bit more. But delighted with tonight. We had to really dig in and roll our sleeves up after a shambles of a red card. But I'm saying this every week about decisions up here, and I'm sick of it.
Yeah, what did you make of it? It didn't look much at all, did it?
Their players and their bench are laughing at it. It's a farce. It's a farcical decision. The ref's looking for something that wasn't there, as though there was a bit of needle between the 2 players. It wasn't there.
Just seemed to back into him, didn't he?
I think he's looking for it because the lads have been at it all game in terms of niggling each other, and it's almost as though he's waiting for it to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. He still give the red card, so that's a 3-game ban for Kings now, which he'll have to serve at some point. But yeah, we dug into it. That took our attacking threat away completely after that, so we had to defend, but bodies on the line. Another big save by Joe, and we're up against a good team there, well-drilled team, and I thought we limited them at one end, but yeah, we didn't create as much as I would have liked at the other. But I think everyone can appreciate the effort and application that's going in from the players.
Yeah, first half there was a good spreading of play. Do you think it got a bit too direct though as the game went on and maybe was easier to defend against?
I think both teams kind of got sucked into that a little bit, yeah. The joy we had first half was when we got the ball up to Pratty, back and then through. We couldn't get Pratty down the sides today because I thought Cowperthwaite, his name centre half, he read the game brilliantly, and then when he did get on the ball he didn't give it away in that centre back position, so that kind of nullified one of our big threats in Pratty, so we had to find a different way, and Paddy was the link to that. And I said first half I thought Paddy looked lively, second half tired a little bit and then got a knock, so we had to bring him off. But again, a massive shift from everyone.
Yeah, defensively you seemed to come into your role when that red card came out as well, didn't you?
I think Andy, Tom and Brad in particular have really stepped up to the plate. You've got to remember they're still young lads. I know 2 of them don't look like young lads, but they're all still 25 and under, and I think they were poor on Saturday. We showed them, or we spoke about tonight in terms of why they were poor, but I thought in particular Andy Hollands really stood up tonight, and Tom and Brad up next to him have been very consistent, and Joe's finding good form now, so we've got a good platform in games. We just need a little bit more at the top end, which we're working on, and just demanding a little bit more from our players. But I'd never question people like Pratty, Paddy, Tongy, who are expecting goals and assists, and I'll never question them in terms of what they're giving me on the pitch. It is now, can we do a little bit more work with them on the training ground? We've got this solid foundation. Can we get them in the areas of the pitch and a few more patterns at the top end, which we're going to work towards when we get back.
Yeah, first start for Theo Bailey-Jones. Yanni got his first start, and also Ethan Beckford came on as well and looked lively.
It was hard for Ethan, wasn't it? He was up against 3 centre halves, and the instruction was go and run around at the top end of the pitch. There was not much more. We were sort of hanging in there at the end of the game, and I think he closed down well. You can't judge him off anything there. I thought Theo eased his way into the game. There's more to come from Theo. Standard game for him tonight. It's a 6-7 out of 10. I thought Yanni Lipka was unbelievable. Adds a real composure to us, and with Yanni Lipka in the team, we can play more football because he wants the ball, he keeps the ball, he'll bring it down in tight areas, and he'll get the best out of the players in front of him. And that was his first game in 18 months. So, and he's played 90 minutes. He's been training, yes, but matches are different, and tonight he showed what he was about. We've missed him not being in the team in the first 6 games. He was part of what I'd say was the starting 11 that I want to start the season with, but he's just had this niggling injury, and he'll be disappointed now, like we all are, that we've got to kind of break because we keep building this little bit of momentum and we get knocked back, but that's going to be the way of the world this year, I think.
Yeah, just before we get on to that, obviously, what's Ethan Beckford going to bring us then? Because obviously, like I say, we didn't see a lot of him, but what's his attributes?
Pace, an awful lot of pace, and he's hungry. He's a young player who wants to sort of set his mark in this league. Something different to, I think, Pratty times his runs down the side brilliantly. Ethan hasn't got Pratty's timing, but he's got a bit more pace about him at the top end. He's a strong boy. He'll take the hits. He just needs a little bit of coaching in terms of he still wants to drop into these nice pockets and play this nice football where there's a time and a place for it, but his strengths are going to be down the side of central defenders and over the top.
Yeah, so as you say, finishing now for a month. I saw a quote from the Southern Premier Division chairman who said that could we extend the season for a month? That way at least you're getting to play everyone home and away, and yeah, it could be a hectic 2021, but it's probably better than deciding something on PPG if we can get going again in December.
Yeah, I just want to play football. I don't know how they're going to sort the league out. I'll be honest with you, I miss it. I do miss it. It's like Saturdays, we can't go and watch games because we're not allowed in, and we don't have that involvement with the players and the team, so I'm going to miss it for the next month. I'll have to see what we can do about, I don't know the actual government rules about one-to-one training. There's something about you can exercise with someone from a different household, but you can't play outdoor sports, so we'll have to see if we can still do it, because we'd like to keep the lads ticking over. But yeah, we're gutted by it, but we kind of knew it was coming. And we, as a football club, we can secure, or we are secure. We've got the pitch rented out still, and the juniors are doing a fantastic job in sort of funding some of the money coming in, but I hope it's just a month, because if we get a December and the coronavirus is still killing people out there, I can see this extending on. But we've got to appreciate there's wider things going on in the world, and as much as we're going to miss it, we've just got to, there's nothing we can do. We've just got to get on with it.
I know the FA have said they want to try and finish the season in its entirety, so it will be interesting, as you say, to see. And I suppose it's a case of watch this space, isn't it?
Yeah, I think our league has got contingency plans in place where if too much of the season is missed, we may break into two separate leagues. How we'll work that out then on what the games we've already played. But for us, if we've only played 6 league games going into December, possibly later, it's going to be very difficult to fit everything in. We've got the trophy, the cups are going to have to get knocked on the head, I think. And it may be a case we're playing 3 times a week. If we've got to do that, we'll get on with it. Everyone's going to be in the same position. But like I said, we just want to play football, and I'm going to miss it, the staff will miss it, and I know the players will miss it as well.
Well, Dave, look after yourself, and we'll see you in a month.
Yeah, see you fellas. Cheers.